Suru, you are telling something?
I was wishing you good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Had your lunch, all of you?
No, ma'am.
Why? Apurva, no lunch?
I'll have after the class, ma'am.
Okay, okay. You had any class before my class? 45 minutes break,
Uh,
your any class is also there, but break was there, no?
yes, ma'am.
I know when even when I at home, no, I know at what time I get up, what time we have breakfast, lunch. I understand. I know, no, you no need to go to college, no. So aram se you'll get up. How many of you tell me frankly? How many of you will attend class
Yes, ma'am.
only? Tell me frankly. You sit at bed only and you attend the class. How many of you? How many of you do like that?
Ma'am Shashank.
Shashank. And Aditya?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Aditya?
Yes, ma'am. Aditya.
See.
And
Nidhi also, no? Nidhi also.
I don't know, ma'am.
I guess Nidhi.
Surya, ma'am. Surya.
Surya, huh? Surya
Yes,
definitely.
ma'am.
So
Surya.
Even Paresh, ma'am.
Paresh also. Huh? See, I'll guess few names. Surya, Paresh.
Ma'am, not every day, ma'am. Only some days.
Only
That on
some.
Even
first period.
Spurti, ma'am.
Spurti
Spurti,
also.
Tanuj. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you enjoy this month. You enjoy, but anyway, from next month onwards, you have to come to college only, no? So enjoy this 1 month, but attend the classes. Okay, students, I'll start my class. Students, in last class, we have seen enumeration data type, and we have seen arrays. In arrays, there are two types: dynamic array and static array. We have seen. Now, next we have. Is my screen is visible?
No, ma'am.
I have shared. I don't know why it is taking some time to share. I have shared the screen. Can you see the PPT now? Okay. Hey
Yes,
students, in
ma'am.
last class we have seen data types and we have also seen array and enumeration data type. Next we have expression and operators. What is expression? Expression is a combination of operator and operands. See, operator is the mathematical operation which we are going to perform on the operands. Operator is the mathematical operation which we are going to perform on the operands. Here in this expression, which are the operands? A and B are operands, and the operator is addition. The operator is addition. And in the next example, the operator is multiplication, and we are applying the multiplication operation on the operands A and B. See students, one thing you understand, the identifiers, variables, literal, constants, operators, expression. We have studied in other programming languages also. In Java, we have seen in C++, in C, in COBOL, in all the programming languages, the meaning of those operators or the meaning of variable constant will not change. Only the implementation may change, the methodology, how we used to execute in C++, it may not be same in the, but the mathematical logic will be same. Only the difference will be the input output statements. Only the difference will be the input output statement. That is the reason why when I was explaining the lab program in the first lab session, I explained only one program, that is 1A 1B. First I explained how we are going to how we have to use the Visual Studio, and first I explained the Hello World program. then a program with a constant input a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, and next I have explained how we can take a input from the keyboard. How we have to take a input from the keyboard. After that only I have started with the lab program. In the first lab I have explained only first program, but in the second lab I explained 3 programs. That why I have explained 3 programs: exception handling concept, and the array index out of bound also. What is array, what is array, the basic concept of array, and the basic concept of exception handling also, that's why I explained you that program also in that lab. Yes, students, if you have any doubt, if you are not understanding, you please tell me. Jagged array I have not explained. Why? Because in the theory part I have not completed. You don't know. Some of you might know what is jagged array, but many of the students, they don't know what is jagged array. That's why I have not explained. If you have any doubts, you can ask. So the expression, the operators are how we have used in the other programming languages. The same we are using in this C# also. Yes, students, if you want to use the operator addition operator, if you want to use addition operator in the C programming also we use the same thing. In Java also we use same thing. In C# also we use in the same manner. So the expression is nothing but it is a combination of operators and operands. We have so many operators: arithmetic operators, logical operator, assignment operator, relational operator, ternary operator, scope resolution operator, and here in .NET we have this new operator, new null coalescing operator. If I use this operator, what will be the output when I execute the program? That time you can see. So now we'll see one by one. The first operator is arithmetic operator. The arithmetic operators are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. So to perform to apply mathematical operations, to perform or to apply mathematical operation on 2 operands, we use this arithmetic operator. And in some situation, we need to find the logic. Between 2 operands. In that situation, we use this logical operator. Logical and, this is logical and, logical or, and logical not. And we have assignment operator. The symbol of assignment operator is this equal sign. The symbol of assignment operator is equal sign, and this assignment operator is also known as shorthand operator. This assignment operator is also known as shorthand operator. And relation operator, to find the relation between 2 operands. Whether those 2 operands are equal, less than or equal, greater than or equal. So to find out the relation between 2 operands, we use this relational operator. Coming to this I'll explain later. Coming to this ternary operator, anybody know what is the another name of this ternary operator? I know nobody will respond now. What is the another name of ternary operator? The ternary operator is also known as conditional operator. Correct. Thank you. The ternary operator is also known as conditional operator, and this ternary operator is denoted with question mark and question mark with colon. The question mark is preceded with expression 1, and between this question mark and colon we have expression 2 and expression 3. If expression 1 is true, then it will execute expression 2. If expression 1 is false, then it will go with expression 3. So students, these operators before also. I mean, in other programming languages also you have learned this arithmetic operator. This operator. Now I'll show you the program how we are using these operators. How you are using these operator in C#. Yes, here now what we have learned is we are the expression is nothing but it is a combination of operator and operands, and the in all the programming languages we use arithmetic operator, relation operator, logical operator, assignment operator. So all those operator, how we are going to implement those operators in the C hash program. Now we are going to see here. All the operators I have done in the same program, and I have commented all the whichever I explain now. I'll remove the comment and I'll execute. Yes, students, can you see the code? You want me to increase the font size, or is it okay? Is it okay, or shall I increase the font size? Respond, is it okay, or you want me to increase the font size? If I keep 60% also, I can see the screen, but now I have changed to 150%. I am asking whether you are able to see the screen or not.
Okay, ma'am.
See here,
okay,
see this code here. Here I am demonstrating arithmetic operators. See students, I am demonstrating arithmetic operators. I have taken the static values. So two numbers I have taken. First number is 14.40 and the second number is 4.6 and result. This is these three variables, and two integer values I have taken. Three integers value I have taken. Num1 is 26, num2 is 4 and rem remainder. So three integer values I have declared. Yes, students, in this program, I am demonstrating arithmetic operator. Here, this is this is for addition operator. The result I am storing in I am adding two numbers, first number and second number, and I am storing the variable result. Here, to take an input, I have not used console.readline. I have not used. Why I have not used console.readline? Because I am not taking the input from the user. I am not taking the input from the keyboard. From keyboard, I am not taking. The program itself, I have given the first value, first number, and the second number. First number is 14.40 and the second number is 4.60. Here we are adding two numbers. And we are storing the variable result. And the same thing is displayed here. Yes, students. For some students, you may feel simple. But few students, they don't know what happened, what I clicked. Okay. Few students, they don't know C#, so that's why one by one with all the programs I'm explaining. Here, the result I'm using an addition operator. These two numbers I'm adding and I'm storing in the variable. Result. And here, this is a line to display the values. See, this is the index value. Array index starts from 0. The meaning of flower bracket 0 is first argument. The meaning of flower bracket 1 is second argument. And third argument is the meaning of this flower bracket 2 is the third argument. See, first number is whatever I have given for the variable first number, that is 14.40. And the second number is 4.6, and the result after calculation, the result will be stored in the variable result. And the same is for subtraction operator. And multiplication operator and division operator and modulo operator. In modulo operator, I have not taken a decimal values. I have not taken a decimal values. Here, I am storing the remainder. I am storing the remainder. So that's why I have here I have declared REM also. So this is a modulo operator usage. Now I'll run the program. You can see the output. Check the output. First number is 14.40 and second number is 4.60. Calculate. Correct? Correct, yeah. Yes, it is correct. At least you can say yes or no, no?
Output, ma'am, not visible properly, ma'am.
Not
Can you increase?
visible. This I cannot change the. I cannot increase the size also. No, not visible. See, students, when I share the screen in my laptop, how I am seeing in the same way that even the students can also. They are also able to see. If you are using in mobile phone, then it may it may not be clear. But if you use in laptop, what about other students? Is the output is correct? Nobody can. Anybody are able to see the output, or nobody is able to see the output? Respond, because once I share the
Output
screen.
is correct, ma'am.
Huh? Output is correct. You are able to see the output.
Yes, ma'am. I zoom it.
Yes, zoom. Please zoom it, because you are using in the phone. No, if you don't zoom, then you cannot see the output. Okay, so this is the demonstration of arithmetic operator. Next. What are the relation operators? What are the relation operator? Equals to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to. This you have studied in your C++, C program, Java program. Also you have seen this. So the same thing here. In C# also, the implementation or the meaning of the meaning of relational operators are same. The meaning of relational operators are same. Yes, here relational operator, for relational operator, here in last class we have seen the Boolean value, Boolean data type. What is a Boolean data type? True or false. Correct, no? You remember? If you forgot, you can see the video. In last to last class, we have discussed this Boolean data type holds the value true or false. And the Boolean data type I have taken, and in this I am storing the Boolean data type variable is result. The two integer variables, first number and second number. First number is 10 and second number is 20. Yes, students, see here the we are applying the relational operator equals to, whether first number is equal to second number or not. First number is equal to second number. Is it equal? No. It is not equal, no? It is not equal. Correct, no? It is not equal. So what it will return? What it will return? It will return a Boolean value. The Boolean value is, it may be 0 or it may be false. Correct, no? It may be 0 or it may be false. Coming to the next second statement, first number is larger than second number. First number is larger than second number. True or false? False, no, because first number is 10 and second number is 20. F. Next, first number is less than second number. True. Correct? True. Next, first number is greater than or equal to second number. False. First number is less than or equal to second number. True or false? Tell. Less than or equal to second number. True or false? We'll see. We'll check the output. And the last statement is checking first number is not equal to second number. What will be the output? I'll run the program. You can see the output. Yes, students, for all this relational operator, the output is in terms of Boolean value. The output is in terms of Boolean value, either true or false. The first statement is 10 is equal to 20. What it returns? What will be the Boolean value? False. The second line is 10 is greater than 20. False. Please zoom your mobile phone and you can check the output. 10 is less than 20. True. 10 is greater than or equal to 20. False. 10 is less than or equal to 20. True. 10 is not equal to 20. True. So this will be the output. See, your understanding here, nothing no difficulty here, just how these operators, how we have used in other programming language, the same way we are using here. Yes, students, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Here I am showing the implementation of these operators in C#. Yes, is there any doubt in the output? Is there any doubt in the output?
No, ma'am.
So next, I have not taken different program for each operator in one program only. I have given different classes. So we have seen arithmetic operator, relation operator. Now we'll see logical operator. Logical operator. Which are the logical operator? Logical and, logical or, and logical not. So the pipe symbol, the two pipe symbol is used to, it is used to show logical or. It is a logical or operator, and the double ampersand is logical and operator. The double and symbol is a logical and operator. See, students, here also in the case of logical operator also, the output will be in the form of a Boolean only. Correct? No, the output will be in the form of a Boolean. It may be true or false. It may be true or false. I'll run the program. Yes. Can you see the output? First you see the output, then we'll go back to the program. The output is true and false. The output is true and false. See here, in the program, Here I have taken a Boolean data type, and two numbers, first number and second number. First number is 10 and second number is 20. Students, you know that in the case of logical operator, if one input is true, if one input is true and if the other input value is false, the output will be true only. When in case of logical OR, when both the inputs are false, only then the output will be false. If either of the input is true, then the output will be true. So here the first number is 10 and the second number is 20. Here we are checking whether 10 and 20 both are equal. No, both are not equal. So it is false. So false. Or the first number is greater than 5. The first number, what is the first number? First number is 10. First number is greater than 5. True, no? True, no, students? So the first input is false and the second input is true. So the output should be true only. Why? Because in the case of logical OR operator, if either of the input is true, then the output will be true only. So that is why in the output screen, you can see the first output is true. The first output is true. Coming to the second statement, that is logical AND operator. In logical AND operator, when both the inputs are true, only then the output will be true. If any one output is also false, then the output will be false. So the first number is equal to second number, no, false. And first number is greater than 5. This condition is true, but the first condition is false, no? So that's why the result value will be false. The result value will be false. The output of a first statement is true and the output of a second statement is false. Yes, students, understood? I know you don't respond. If you're understanding also, you're not responding anything. If you're not understanding also, you're not responding anything. Yes, next we have unary operator. Unary operator I have not in my PPT I have not listed, but when in the previous class I explained this unary operator. Now I'll show the demonstration of the program. So unary operator. Here the unary operator may be plus, minus. These are all the unary, and these are unary operators. Here the two integer variables I have taken. The first integer variable is number, that is the value assigned for the number is 10, and the second integer variable is result. See students, in this case result variable is not of Boolean type. Result variable is of integer type. Here I have taken a Boolean value and I have taken a variable flag. I have assigned the value true to this variable flag. Okay. Now what is the value of flag? According to my input, the value of flag is true. So coming to this program, here number 10, so plus 10, so I am applying the unary operator. So the plus 10 means the what result will be stored in the variable 10? What output will be stored in the variable result? That is 10. because I'm applying a unary operator. The unary operator is plus. The unary operator plus. See here in the second statement, I am applying unary operator minus. Yes, students, in case of unary operator, it will just take this operator and display it in the output, because here we don't have any other operator to add or to multiply or to subtract. Here only a single operator we have with one operand. So the output will be plus 10. In the second line, unary operator minus number. Yes, coming to this third statement here, plus number. Now, any guess what will be the output? What will be the output? We are incrementing the number value. We are incrementing the number value, means the output of this statement will be 11. The output of this statement will be 11. Why it is 11? Anybody have doubt why it is 11? I'm saying the output of this statement is 11. Anybody have doubt? Because here I have applied increment operator. See here unary operator, in unary operator it will not change the value, it will just take this symbol, this operator as this number will be preceded with this operator. This number will be preceded with this operator. The second line also the number will be preceded with this minus operator. But in the third line I am incrementing the number. What is the number value? 10. After incrementation it will be 11. Then in the next fourth line I am decrementing the value. When I increment, it will increment by 1. When I decrement, it will decrement by 1. Now again the number value is 10. Why? Because now I have decremented. Next, flag value. Flag. What is the initial value of flag? What is the initial value? Initialized value of flag is true. Now we are negating the value of, we are inverting, we are doing inverse, not we are applying, no. So we are inversing the value of flag. So the output should be true. The output should be false. Why? Because here the input is true and here I am taking an inverse of that. I am negating that. Not, because I am applying not. So the output should be false. Yes, students, zoom your mobile screen and you can see plus number, the unary operator number is 10 only, because there we are not doing any operation, and second number value is minus 10. And see here in the third line the number value is 11 because it is incremented by 1. Again the number value is decremented by 1, 10. Now negation of flag value. Negation of flag value is what? False. Why it is false? The default or the assigned flag value is true. The assigned flag value is true. When you inverse that, when you negate that, then it will become false. So this is unary operator. Students, you are not responding, you are not asking any doubt, you are not telling anything what I should understand. So next we have ternary operator. Next is ternary operator. Next is a ternary operator. Okay. Another name of ternary operator is conditional operator, or you can say conditional operator is also known as ternary operator. The syntax of the ternary operator is expression 1. Here I have told no, expression 1 question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3. So according to the syntax, this is expression 1. Yes, students, you are listening. According to the syntax, this is expression 1 and question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3. What happens in ternary operator is, in the case of ternary operator or conditional operator, the expression 1 will be checked. If the expression 1 is true, then it will execute expression 2. If this expression 1 is false, then it will execute, or it will go with expression 3. So here in this code snippet, I have taken one integer value. And for that integer value, I have taken the number 10, and the other variable I have taken string variable, other variable result I have taken. Result is of type string type. Here we are checking this conditional operator, and the result will be stored in the variable result, which type? String type, So here it will be stored. So the number is 10. 10 mod 2 is equal to 0. If 10 mod 2 is equal to 0, yes, 10 mod 2 is equal to 0. If you find the modulus of 10 and 22, then the remainder will be equal to 0. Then you can say the given number is even. If the remainder is not equal to 0, then the given number is odd. Yes, 10 is even number. Now I'll change 10 to 13. Now the remainder will not be 0. So 13 is odd number. Just a simple logic. So next is we have bitwise operator. So students, bitwise operator, I'll do it in the next class. Yes, students, anybody have any doubt how to implement these operators in C#? How to implement these programs in C#? Anybody have doubt? If you have doubt, please tell me now only. Understood? See, all this you learned before only. You know the meaning. You know the meaning of all these operator. You have used in other programming languages. Here, just we are implementing in C#. We are applying in C#. Yes, students, all of you attend the assessment. The link I am sharing in the chat box. All of you attend the. I'll give you 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, you attend the assessment. Yes, answer attendance. Aditya. Aditya. Yes, students, I'll not repeat your names.
Yes, ma'am.
Ajay.
Yes, ma'am.
Amit.
Yes, ma'am.
Antima.
Present, ma'am.
Apurva.
Present, ma'am.
Ashwini.
Yes, ma'am.
Bindu. Divyesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Bindu is not there. Gunashekar.
Yes, ma'am.
Gunashekar, what happened to you? Why you didn't attend previous classes? Attend regularly, Gunashekar.
No, ma'am, I have attended, ma'am.
Last 2 classes you didn't attend.
No,
Last
ma'am,
2,
I
3
have
classes.
attended. Attended, ma'am.
ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ.
Ma'am, attend ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ma'am. ನಾನು
ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ?
ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ, ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನಾನು.
Last class you didn't attend. I have cross checked 2 times. Gautami.
Ma'am, I am Gunashekar, not Gaurish.
Oh, sorry. Gaurish. Yes, you attended. Sorry, Gunashekar. Gaurish, he is not attending. Gaurish, now he is there. Gaurish.
No, ma'am.
Yes, see, today also he is not there. Yes, you attended. Harini.
Yes, ma'am.
Surya. Surya.
Present, ma'am. Present.
Nayana. Nazma.
Present, ma'am.
Nayana ಎಲ್ಲಿ? Nayana is there?
No, ma'am. I think she's not there, ma'am.
Okay, Nayana is not there. Nidhi? Pradeep? Preeti?
Present, ma'am.
Pradeep Illala? Rajesh? I think Rajesh is there. Rajesh, are you there? No, he's not there. Sahadev?
Present, ma'am.
Saket?
Present, ma'am.
Santosh?
Yes, ma'am.
Seema?
Yes, ma'am.
Sinchana?
Yes, ma'am.
Spurti?
Yes, ma'am.
Suru?
Present, ma'am.
Varsha? Varsha? Yashaswini?
Present, ma'am.
Amruta?
Present, ma'am.
Anusha, Apurva.
Present,
Anusha
ma'am.
illala? Anusha is not there, no? Apurva is there.
Anusha present, ma'am.
Present, okay. Apurva,
Present, ma'am.
Siddharth, Chetana, Siddharth ilva? Siddharth. Chetana,
Present, ma'am.
Kavya, 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 Madhushri,
Present, ma'am.
Manish,
Present, ma'am.
Sarfraz,
Present, ma'am.
Murgesh,
Present, ma'am.
Mutamis, Paresh, Pooja.
Present, ma'am.
Paresh is there, no? Paresh? Beginning
Idan, ma'am, or no?
Itana ala. Pooja is there. Prashant. Prashant. ಅದೇ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಪ್ರತಿಭಾ?
ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಹೌದಾ? ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಪ್ರತಿಭಾ?
Present, ma'am.
ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ?
Present, ma'am.
ಸಾಧನಾ? ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ? ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ? ಶ್ರೀಧರ್?
Present, ma'am.
Tanuj? Tanuj was there.
Present, ma'am.
Tejaswini?
Present, ma'am.
Umehani?
Present, ma'am.
Ashish?
Present, ma'am.
Vidyarani?
Present, ma'am.
Vishal?
Present, ma'am.
Ma'am, Siddharth present, ma'am.
Siddharth present ಅಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ನೆಟ್ ಸಿದ್ದಿತ್ತಾಗಿತ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅವಾಗ.
ಸರಿ ಸರಿ ಸರಿ.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಶಶಾಂಕ್.
ಸಿದ್ಧಾರ್ಥ್
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಿಂದು ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್, ನೋ ಬಿಂದು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಗೌರೀಶ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಗೌತಮಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಯನ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್, ನಿಧಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್, ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್, ರಾಜೇಶ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್, ವರ್ಷಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸಿದ್ಧಾರ್ಥ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿದ್ಧಾರ್ಥ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್.
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಹಾ ಅದೇ ಕಾವ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಕಾವ್ಯ ಇಸ್ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್. Mutamis, she is also not there. Sadhana is, Shraddha is not there, no? Shraddha. Okay, rest others are I have marked present. Okay, students, see you in the next class.